Hi, this is P&M Senior Wellness. Let's give those legs some love today. How are your steps feeling lately? Steady or a little unsure? Maybe your mornings start with stiffness, or your knees remind you of every climb and descent. But what if the strength you think you've lost isn't gone at all, only resting beneath the surface, waiting for you to wake it up? There's a quiet posture, simple and ancient, that can do just that. No gym, no noise, no pounding on fragile joints, just stillness with purpose. As you sink slightly and hold, your legs begin to hum with life. Your balance steadies, your breath slows, and something deep inside remembers how powerful calm strength can be. The horse stance doesn't just build muscle, it rebuilds trust between your body and the ground beneath you, reminding you that every breath can anchor you, every hold can heal. Before we start, do me one small favor, tap like and comment the letter C to promise yourself you'll stay strong this week. And don't skip any part of this video, you might miss the one step that changes everything. Benefit 1. Real strength begins from the ground up. After 50, true strength has very little to do with how your legs look and everything to do with what they allow you to do. Rising from a chair without pushing off with your hands. Climbing a flight of stairs without holding the railing. Walking across the driveway on a cold morning without that quiet fear of slipping. These are small moments, but they are the foundation of independence. The horse stance reminds you where that foundation begins, not in the gym, not in motion, but in stillness with the ground beneath your feet. When you ease into the stance, something remarkable happens. The soles of your feet begin to grip the floor. Your ankles stabilize, your calves tighten, and a line of energy rises through your quads, hamstrings, and glutes. Every part of your lower body connects in quiet cooperation, holding you steady against gravity. Unlike fast exercises that come and go, this practice builds tension that lasts a deep, controlled engagement that strengthens muscle fibers and wakes up the nervous system. You can almost feel your body remembering how it was designed to move. There's no pounding, no jumping, no strain. It's a slow conversation between strength and control, between pressure and calm. Modern life often erases this connection. Hours of sitting weaken the legs, shorten the hips, and dull the signals between brain and muscle that tell the body how to stay stable. The horse stance begins to reverse that erosion. Every second you hold is a message to your nervous system. Asterisk wake up, stabilize, remember. Asterisk go. It retrains the body to work as one unified structure, feet gripping, knees aligned, hips open, spine lifted. Even your breathing changes. Deep, steady breaths feed oxygen to working muscles and calm the mind, turning effort into meditation. Over time, your legs respond by becoming not only stronger, but wiser, learning to absorb shock, maintain alignment, and move with quiet precision. This isn't about chasing fitness. It's about reclaiming freedom. Strong legs don't just move you, they protect you. They guard your spine, support your balance, and give you the confidence to live life on your own terms. 2 minutes a day in the horse stance might not look like much, but that stillness builds something powerful, a foundation deeper than muscle. It restores the unspoken connection between body and ground, that quiet reminder that real strength doesn't come from doing more. It comes from standing firm, breathing steady, and remembering that power starts exactly where you stand from the ground up. Benefit 2. A strong core is more than abs. When most people think of the core, they picture sculpted abs on a magazine cover, flat, defined, impressive. But after 50, your core isn't about appearance. It's about protection, balance, and freedom from pain. It's the silent system that keeps you upright when you walk, allows you to twist without strain, and supports your spine when life feels heavy. Without a strong core, even simple things, reaching for a shelf, rolling out of bed, or standing in line, begin to take more effort than they should. The horse stance quietly rebuilds that foundation, one breath at a time, reminding your body that true strength begins from the inside out. As you lower into position, something subtle yet powerful begins to happen. The muscles across your abdomen tighten to hold you steady, while the obliques along your sides and the deep stabilizers in your lower back start to awaken. They're not moving dramatically, they're coordinating. They begin to form an invisible belt of support that wraps around your midsection, protecting your spine and improving posture. That gentle, constant tension is the essence of functional strength. You're not forcing movement, you're training stillness, the kind of stillness that allows every muscle to do its job in harmony. It's not about looking strong, it's about feeling capable. Each second you hold the stance teaches your core to share the load evenly. Your body learns to resist leaning, twisting, or collapsing. You breathe deeper, sending stability through every breath, and your ribs expand like quiet waves while your spine stays tall and calm. Over time, this new awareness starts to follow you beyond the stance when you bend to tie your shoes, when you lift a bag of groceries, or when you sit for long hours. Movements that once caused strain begin to feel easier, more natural, more efficient. Unlike crunches that pull on the neck or planks that strain the shoulders, this ancient posture builds strength through softness, through mindful control. Each breath polishes balance, each hold refines alignment, and as the muscles strengthen, something deeper strengthens too, your confidence. Because a strong core isn't about vanity, it's about stability, protection, and peace. The horse stance teaches your body to hold itself with quiet dignity, reminding you that real power doesn't shout. It stands tall, breathes deeply, and stays steady no matter what comes next. Benefit 3. Regain balance and reconnect. One of the first things age begins to steal isn't speed or strength, it's balance. It disappears quietly, hidden in the pauses before stepping off a curb, or in that small reach for the wall when turning too quickly. You tell yourself it's nothing, but deep down, you know what it is. Hesitation. A quiet signal from your body saying, asterisk, I don't feel as steady as I used to. Asterisk. The horse stance answers that signal with calm certainty. When you lower into position, feet rooted, knees soft, spine tall, your body begins to reawaken its internal compass. Every tiny muscle in your legs, hips, and core works together to keep you centered. Beneath that stillness, there's movement, a subtle rhythm where strength meets awareness, where control becomes confidence. True balance doesn't begin with motion, it begins with connection. The horse stance retrains something called proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space, to know up from down, left from right, without needing to look. Over years of sitting, stress, and inactivity, that awareness fades. But the moment you hold this posture, your brain and body start speaking again. Your feet learn to read the floor, your knees and hips learn to respond in harmony, and your breath becomes the conductor holding it all together. Inhale to rise, exhale to ground. That rhythm turns fear into focus. The beauty of this training is that it doesn't end when the stance does. You'll notice it while walking through your home, stepping off the porch, or standing on uneven ground. Movements that once felt uncertain start to flow again. That quiet wobble turns into a steady hold. Even your posture changes, shoulders relax, steps lengthen, and your body begins to trust itself again. This is more than physical improvement, it's emotional restoration. Balance is not just the absence of falling, it's the return of faith in your own body. With each breath and every quiet second in the stance, you're rebuilding that trust. You're teaching your body, asterisk, I'm here, I'm steady, I can move without fear. Asterisk, the horse stance doesn't shout or strain, it listens. And through that listening, you rediscover something deeply human, the peace that comes when movement feels effortless again, and the calm joy of knowing your body still remembers how to stand tall, steady, and free. Benefit 4. Strong joints, open hips, steady steps. For many people over 50, the first signal of aging isn't weakness, it's stiffness. The knees ache after a short walk, the hips tighten after sitting too long, and even standing from a chair begins to feel heavier than it once did. These changes aren't just small annoyances. They're early warnings that your joints are asking for attention, not with harder workouts, but with smarter, gentler movement. This is where the horse stance quietly shines. As you lower yourself into position, your knees, hips, and ankles fall into natural alignment. The weight spreads evenly, the pressure lightens, and the muscles around each joint begin to wake up. Your quads, hamstrings, and glutes create a gentle scaffolding that protects the joints while your calves and feet hold you steady. This controlled engagement, known as isometric loading, strengthens the supporting tissues, the tendons, ligaments, and stabilizers without grinding or pounding. It's strength built from stillness. Then something deeper begins to happen. With each steady breath, the hips start to loosen. Years of sitting, driving, or leaning forward can lock this area down, but the horse stance invites space back into the joints. The large muscles of the thighs and glutes share the effort, allowing the smaller stabilizers around the pelvis to awaken and stretch. You feel a subtle warmth, not strain, but release. Over time, that release becomes freedom. When the hips open, your entire posture shifts. Your back straightens, your chest lifts, and your steps regain rhythm and lightness. Think of your joints and hips as the hinges of your independence. Every time you practice the stance, you're oiling those hinges, keeping them smooth, flexible, and reliable. You're not fighting age, you're cooperating with it, moving wisely instead of forcefully. The more you practice, the more you'll feel the difference: less creaking, more control, less stiffness, more ease. This isn't about pushing limits. It's about preserving the ability to do the simple things that make life full: standing tall, walking freely, bending without pain. The horse stance doesn't promise youth, but it does promise freedom. The freedom to move with confidence, to trust your body again, to live each day without hesitation. Strong joints, open hips, steady steps. That's the quiet architecture of a body aging gracefully and moving forward with dignity. Benefit 5. Train the body, quiet the mind. At first glance, the horse stance looks simple, just standing still, feet wide, knees bent. But stay there for a while, and you'll realize it's much more than a posture. After 30 seconds, your legs start to tremble. After a minute, your thoughts begin to argue with you. Asterisk. This is hard. Why am I doing this? Asterisk. That's the point where the real lesson begins, not for the body, but for the mind. The horse stance teaches strength that doesn't shout. It's not about pushing harder. It's about staying present when everything in you wants to give up. Each breath steadies you. Each second you hold builds not just muscle, but patience. You're learning to meet challenge without panic, to breathe through discomfort instead of running from it. This gentle resistance transforms into something deeper. As your body holds still, your nervous system begins to adjust. Your breath slows, your heartbeat steadies, and the noise inside your mind starts to quiet. It's as if your body is telling your brain, asterisk, we're safe here. We can handle this. Asterisk. The more you practice, the more this calm control seeps into your daily life. Frustrations soften, reactions slow, and you find yourself standing taller not just physically, but mentally. You move through the day with a steadier tone, a clearer breath, and an inner calm that others can feel. That's because this practice is as much mental training as it is physical. It teaches you to hold your ground not through tension, but through trust. You learn that real strength doesn't come from overpowering the moment, but from allowing it to pass through you without breaking your focus. The horse stance becomes a mirror for life itself. When things shake, you stay centered. When effort rises, you breathe deeper. And the more you practice, the more natural that balance becomes. Because in the end, this isn't just exercise, it's a reminder. A reminder that calm is a form of strength, that stillness can be a kind of motion, and that even in a world that rushes and shouts, you still have the power to pause, breathe, and stay grounded in who you are. That quiet steadiness, the peace inside the effort, may be the most valuable strength of all. Benefit 6. Your body is the gym. Many people believe they need machines, memberships, or long workouts to stay strong. But real strength, the kind that keeps you moving freely and living independently, doesn't come from equipment. It comes from the one thing you already carry with you every day, your own body. The horse stance proves this with quiet clarity. No dumbbells, no treadmill, no mirrors or noise. Just you, your breath, and the pull of gravity. In that stillness, everything works together. Your legs stabilize, your core anchors, your mind focuses. It's not a single muscle being trained. It's your whole body remembering how to cooperate. Each breath deepens that connection, turning ordinary stillness into a full-body symphony of strength and control. What makes this practice so powerful isn't its intensity, but its simplicity. You can do it anywhere in your living room, in the kitchen while the coffee brews, or outside as the morning light touches the floor. It doesn't demand time or gear, it only asks for presence. 2 minutes of stillness become 2 minutes of transformation. You're not trying to look younger or prove endurance. You're choosing consistency, the quiet discipline that rebuilds confidence one breath at a time. Over days and weeks, you'll start to notice subtle changes, lighter steps, steadier balance, a sense of calm that follows you long after you've finished. The truth is, The most powerful gym in the world is already built into you. Your muscles, your joints, your breath, they're all waiting to be used with purpose. The horse stance simply reminds you how. It doesn't separate exercise from life. It makes them the same. Standing, breathing, focusing each moment becomes training for how you move through the world. You don't need to chase strength or measure it in repetitions. You only need to stand, to breathe, to be present enough to feel it awaken again. Because after 50, fitness isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. Building the kind of strength that supports, sustains, and carries you. The horse stance turns your own body into a lifelong gym, one that travels with you, grows with you, and never stops teaching you that the power you seek has always been within you. How to do it safely. To begin, stand tall with your feet together, shoulders relaxed, and hands resting lightly at your sides. Step out using a simple pattern, toes out, then heels out until your stance is about twice the width of your shoulders. Point your toes slightly outward to create a stable base. Now, slowly bend your knees and lower your hips as if sitting back onto an invisible stool. Keep your back straight, chest lifted, and eyes forward. Make sure your knees stay aligned with your toes, not collapsing inward. Hold the position where you feel steady but not strained, breathing slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. Start with just 20 to 30 seconds, then gradually work your way up to 1 or 2 minutes as your strength improves. Remember, the goal is control, not depth. Every second held with good posture is progress. Who should avoid it? While the horse stance is safe for most people, avoid it if you've recently had knee, hip, or lower back surgery, or if you live with uncontrolled high blood pressure or severe balance issues. Always consult your doctor or physical therapist before beginning, especially if you experience chronic pain, arthritis, or heart concerns. Safety is the foundation of strength. Move gently, listen to your body, and never force what should come naturally. Thank you for watching, Papa Mama. Before you go, tell me in the comments which moment in today's stance made your body feel most alive. The horse stance may look still, but in that quiet effort, strength is returning from the ground up, through your hips, your core, your breath. Every second you hold is a promise to your body that you're still here, still capable, still growing. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about presence. Stay patient, stay curious, and let each breath remind you that calm can be power and stillness can be movement. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stand tall, breathe slow, and keep that quiet strength alive inside you.